one of the things we did, we had an individual that we hired over the last 3 months, 2 to 3 months, and all he did was study comp plans. So he went out there in the industry and he studied party plan comp plans, and he studied other types of comp plans from other direct sales companies. And what we wanted to do was come up with a comp plan that was not only competitive, but brought in the best of both worlds from the party plan and also from other direct sales models. Direct sales has come a long ways in the last couple of years. It has changed quite a bit. So we wanted to take the best of some of the older, more seasoned companies, combined with some of the new concepts, and then come up with a few concepts of our own, and then I'm going to tell you about some of those tonight. First step we did was look at our competitors in the space, which are really not our competitors. They're very successful jewelry companies, but they don't offer anything different. Everything is a different style, but it doesn't offer a concept that changes the way you wear jewelry. For example, when you buy a necklace with us, you get a belt, a bracelet, something to put on your boot. You get all of these different items. We're coming out with watch faces that you snap on to the extension necklace wrapped around your wrist, turning that into a watch. There is nothing like that out there in this industry. And so we have literally a different concept in changing the way. So even though we have these guys listed here as our competitors, they aren't really our competitors because they're competitors in the jewelry space and that's it, not in concept. You can see we're going to pay 35% retail commission compared to what they've paid. I'll explain that in a second. Okay, lots of ways to make money in this business. One of them is to do the good old home party, right? And we averaged $1,000 in parties. That's not completely true. We averaged much better than that. That was our lowest parties. So we held parties, and guys understand, some of you are very familiar with Party Plan. We put stuff in a FedEx box, sent it to a woman. She then held the party, and we told her to keep 25% of the money, and then she sent it back to us with the rest of the money. A, we have no idea how much she sold. B, we didn't keep inventory. And C, we didn't really even give her any training or explanation. Okay? We did, on average, between $1,000 and $2,500 at all parties that we did. And so you can imagine now, again, that's a lot of jewelry. We didn't have any hostess rewards. We didn't have any of that. All we did was just tell them to keep some money. They probably kept more than 25%. Okay. Trade shows, craft shows, state fairs. We did those. We built the back of this company on doing that. We did everything from $45,000 at an Iowa State Fair to the crazy thing about jewelry is it's really hard, if some of you know about craft shows, to get into craft shows if you sell jewelry. There's so much jewelry, and so it's really hard to get in. And we were able to get into some craft shows. We were able to get into a couple applications. A good craft show for a jewelry company, we know we've done so many, hundreds, is about $5,000. At the same craft show as these people were doing $5,000, we would do 20. And so, like, I'm not telling you tonight to believe in a concept that isn't tested. We know that women love this. When they see it and they experience, and even in a home party, they go, I don't want to say they all go crazy, but there's a level of excitement that happens, and people buy. And I just wish I could take all of you and have you watch one of our craft shows. It was insane. So very successful. Retail boutiques, we're going to let drugstores, whatever, you can go into those stores as long as they're less than 5 locations. There's reasons why we're not in Walmart. There's reasons why we're not in Costco, which we could have been in, doing those little shows that they do. We chose not to go that route, so please trust us. It is not very profitable. The margins are slim, and that's why we recommend that, you know, boutiques and things like that where people actually interact with people, great. But anything that has over 5 stores, it's not for this concept. You're just another necklace hanging on a shelf. Okay, so it's really important to have that personal touch. Online, with our your personal Mialisia website, everybody that signs up for the business gets a website, and so that's exciting too. All right, let's talk about hosting a fashion event. Now, you ask a friend to host a party for you, okay? And at that party, they're the party host. We call them fashionistas. You can all tell me how much you love that word afterwards because I came up with it. That's the only creative word I came up with in this whole business. Every other idea I've had has been shot down, and I'm not kidding. So that title is really precious to me. So if you don't like it, please don't tell me. Okay, so $1,000, you do $1,000 at the show in sales, or your party host does, your fashionista. Okay, so that's not a lot, guys. It might seem like a lot, but with 10 women, that's very doable. Okay, what you get as the designer. So if you sign up for the business, what you get from that $1,000 is $350 in cash for 3 hours max of your time. Now, doing the math, you can understand that getting people to hold parties for you and making $350 in 3 hours is a good paycheck. Okay, it's $116 an hour, actually $116.32, but I'm not in banking, so it's cool. What the host gets paid, so the party host, this is the fashionista. Now, another thing that I want you guys to understand that's very cool about this company is that we are paying the host rewards. Most party plans make it come out of your check, okay, or at least part of it, okay? And so we are funding the whole thing, the whole party host reward program, okay? That's a big deal. And at least I say it's a big deal. And it is absolutely cool. So look from the same $1,000, you get $350 in cash. They get $250 in free jewelry. Is that a lot? That's a lot of jewelry. Our average price point, $20 to $50, 90% of the jewelry, okay, for this stuff here. Okay, there's some pieces that are above $50, not very many. We just did all the pricing today, so I know. And there's a lot of stuff that's in the $20 to $30 range. So $250 buys them a heck of a lot of jewelry. They get a credit towards the free jewelry, plus they get the ability to buy 2 items at 75% off for that $1,000 in sales. That's a big deal too. We have some $90, $80, $75 necklaces. Of course they're going to buy those, right? If you're a party host, that's a big deal. Another thing about this is that they get a free necklace of their choice just for hosting the party. That comes from an exclusive party host or fashionista collection. So the only way they can get those necklaces are to host parties. Nobody else can buy them, nobody else can get them. And trust me when I say this, that's a big deal to women. When we had stuff that only certain people could get, the last time I remember that happening was Beanie Babies, and you all know how well that went, right? I sold a camel on eBay for $650. So it didn't belong to me, it was Annalise's brother, and then he got home after he'd been out of the country, he was very upset. But we had a cool Christmas. So, very, very cool. Okay, so, hosting a fashion event. So if you do 4 parties a month. Now, so you might say to yourself, well, I'm holding 4 parties a month. Remember, you're not holding the parties. You're getting your friends and family in other cities and other states, other places to hold parties, and then you're just simply doing the party. I'll explain the whole process later. You can come ask me. Basically, you send out the invites. They look like they come from your website. They look like they come from their friend who's the party host or the fashionista. So it's all done automatically. You call and follow up. You do all the work. They just host the party. Okay? So if you get 4 of those in a month and you do $1,000 or 2 parties where you do $2,000, which a lot of people will do, you'll do $1,400 in profit in your pocket just off the retail portion of the comp plan. There's a whole other part of this which you'll get excited about. But $1,400. So the question for you is, what can I do with $1,400 a month? Well, I've helped you with that problem. Not Beanie Babies. You could buy a whole lot of Beanie Babies now. I still have the Princess Di Bear because I have refused to give it up. It's momentum. So you can buy your husband a TV. I put that in there because I want another TV. My wife says I have 3 and I don't need any more, but I could always use more TVs. You can make your mortgage payment. You could go shopping. My wife does that. For years I've been trying to understand why. We have so many clothes. We have a car, you know, of course, that you can afford easily. And my favorite part, if you have a family or even if you like to travel on your own, I'm a big vacation kind of person. I work hard and I like to play hard, and family vacations for me are where it's at. As I grew up, we did like 3 as a kid. When I was a kid, I remember all 3 of them. You know, I mean, I think they're memories. We just did the Disney cruise with our little boys. I don't think I've done a funner thing in my life. It was incredible. And those boys, I mean, we would be eating dinner, They would come after about 30 minutes, our kids could eat their macaroni or whatever, and they'd come and take our kids away, take them to clubs so we could eat dinner. Oh, I need a restaurant like that, right? I mean, come and take my kids, right? And they usher them out, they all go marching out, and they do their thing, and you have the rest of the night. It is the greatest thing. So, remind me, Disney Cruise. I don't even know where this is. Some of you might have been here, but the vacations are super. Is it? Jerk. Okay. Okay, here's the comp plan. I'm not going to go into all the detail of this because we could be here for a little while. But the couple of things I want to teach you about our comp plan that are unique. Okay? First of all, you don't see many party plans that pay down 5 levels. Okay, so I'll just draw your attention to that. You don't see this, trust me. Okay? I haven't seen it. Okay? Another couple of things that are really cool. You can see the requirements here. The rolling 12 months, I already talked about the 35% profit. The rolling 12-month recruit, that's a really nice piece. To get promoted, you need 1 person in a year. Right? 2, get you the next 3, 4. At the height, we're asking you, at the highest level, to recruit 4 new people a year. Right? It's 1 every 3 months. Trust me, in today's age of internet, it's very easy, and it's proving to be easier than I thought. We started out with just a few people 2 weeks ago, and we have 150 today. So it is amazing, and it goes fast. Personal monthly requirements. This is jewelry, wholesale, 65% of retail, which is what you get to do if you buy it, sign up as a designer. You get to buy the jewelry at 65% off, 35% off. Whoa, almost cost my job. The team volume is first 3 levels, so down to here, and plus your personal volume, and these are people that we're asking you to promote, invest in your team. Down here is the $50 and $75 bonus. This is a cool thing. As you sign up, so we'll get to this in a second, as you sign people up and they invest in the business and they come aboard, if you're at this level, we pay you $50, and at this level, it's $75.